The connection between this wolf being in the woods and showing this dimension is a tough illustration to pull off.
I definitely rushed it, and I think it shows.
You totally lose the shape of the simple animal at the bottom, and that is dimension, showing the length, the distance from the nose, the muzzle, to the eyes, to the forehead. You lost that and squashed this thing down to a cat. This tattoo just really got away from you.
This week, we're testing dimension.
Oh, man.
Creating dimension is to make your tattoo look like it's actually popping off the skin. It's the difference between a basic tattoo and an amazing tattoo.
Today, you must tattoo an animal.
Oh, yes.
For an animal to come to life and pop off the skin, faces, noses, eyes, and mouths must have depth and dimension. Today, once again, every canvas wants the same subject matter as one other canvas. That means you'll all be going head-to-head with one other artist.
You have to have dimension to show texture and depth. Otherwise, it's going to look boring and lifeless.
Ferocious looking gorilla, yes?
Yes.
If you don't use dimension in this, you're gone.
All right, let's do this.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, yeah, man. Animals are tough for a lot of artists because there's always different textures, fur, feathers, different ways that you have to really go about executing that take a lot of tricks to lay down a dimensional tattoo.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm really stoked to be going up against Angel right now, but I really wanted the black and gray horse. My canvas wants a brownish Mustang horse on the back of her shoulder. To try and produce the same skin tones that she has already on this horse, it's just gonna be so difficult.
Today, you had to use dimension to bring animals to life. Each of you tattooed head-to-head with another artist, and we will directly compare your work. One of you will win, and one of you will lose. Ryan.
Difficult to be positive on this one. It just sits really flat. It's not very good color saturation. The line work is wonky. The poor horse's face, what were you doing there?
Did the best I could, man.
If this is the best you got, I'm gonna have to wish you the best of luck.
Ryan, you're here because the human canvas jury determined that you had the worst tattoo of the day.
This really went bad. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. And then the color palette you chose in this lady's complexion is way off.
The judges have decided. Ryan, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
With your tattoo, the lack of dimension, yours was just laid the flattest of everybody's. Today, it's the way it goes, man.
Thanks, guys.
Today, you must tattoo a Japanese koi fish.
In front of Chris Nunez.
Koi fish rely on clean, solid lines to make them strong, readable images.
This thing's got hundreds of scales. It's got lines in its fins. I mean, it's basically built and created out of lines. Without the lines, there is no fish.
Stop it.
For your tattoo, you must all use the same koi fish.
What?
Mike has created the outline of the fish, but it's up to you to add the scales, details, and background, making the tattoo come to life on the skin. Good luck to you.
I'm gonna angle it with your existing tattoo. But what are you thinking? What are you?
I was actually wanting to add up, so it's this tattoo.
Are you kidding me? I drew this koi fish specifically for the original placement that we had talked about.
My 2 cents, as far as placement and how it's gonna look, I think you're right on putting it in the middle. It's just so much of a better fit.
I'm gonna help Katie any way I can so that we can continue on in this competition together. Later on down the line, I'm eventually gonna dispatch of Katie, just not today.
Would you want to do something more like that?
I like it like that.
Thank God Matt is there. He's got my back. On the outside, I'm still trying to charm my canvas, but on the inside, I'm definitely choking him.
Today, you had to tattoo head-to-head with our guest judge, Katie.
Did you run out of time?
For sure. He wanted me to do a back piece, essentially.
It looks a little bit rushed. The center of the lotuses aren't complete. And as far as application with the magenta, it's real patchy. It's not packed in there solid.
I do feel like if I would have spent that additional hour,
But what happened in the drawing? It's so static and so flat and so uncreative. I can't stand it.
All right, Sarah, welcome back. This week, you're calling the shots. What is the next elimination tattoo?
Today, We will be tattooing a surrealistic female.
A what?
Surrealism is the juxtaposition between dreams and reality. You can include any surrealistic elements to distort or warp portions of the face.
What the are all these big words they're using?
75% of the face has to show.
Sarah, why did you choose this as your elimination tattoo?
The female face is one of the most difficult portraits. You have to have perfect lens, perfect saturation, and precision.
Of course she's gonna choose something like this, because it's only her that understands what she's talking about.
Good luck.
The composition is everything in this tattoo because taking two things and constructing them together is going to create a lot of flow and a lot of movement on the canvas's body if you do it right.
Little sci-fi action.
My canvas asked for a side profile of a woman's face morphing into a galaxy. This is not something that I do a lot of. Actually, I don't do it ever. Not something I'm quite familiar with, but we're coming along. I came back to show that I do have the chops to be a versatile artist and beat some of the best competitors in Ink Masters history. Take a look, man.
That's awesome, man. She's gorgeous.
Today, Sarah challenged you to show composition by tattooing a surrealistic female. Jimmy.
The composition just fell flat. That black crescent moon shape is off-putting.
The space for me is a little remedial. If you would have coupled your own style, new school space, with this face and this rich black background, you would have had a very dynamic tattoo.
Today, you were judged on composition. And based on your work, one of you will be packing your machines. Jimmy, the face in this is actually really nice, but the space seems a little remedial.
If you would have done your style, Jimmy Litwalk's face, on top of this face, you probably would have had the best tattoo today.
But I don't know when to do my thing. The idea of being on a competition like this is to show people that you are versatile, that you can step out of the box.
Play the game to your own advantage. Don't get yoked up in the noose.
There's no better way to show your fundamentals than by tattooing a style that leaves you no room for errors. Illustrative blackwork.
Yeah, bring it on.
Using only lines of different lengths and widths, you must create texture, depth, and contrast in your image. Since there's no color or shading, the smallest flaw in your fundamentals will be obvious.
Line work, cake. I'm ready to prove myself.
You have to be really good at lining with a tattoo machine. You can't use any kind of shading. Every imperfection is going to stand out.
And for this tattoo, you will once again be tag teaming. Your shop will create one tattoo on the same canvas. Only one of you can tattoo at a time, and you must switch artists every hour.
Can we hear your idea again?
It's an anatomical heart.
Okay.
With a tree growing out of it. On the one side of the tree, the leaves will be a little bit more full, and on the other side, they'll kind of be like falling off, almost kind of like a death kind of feel.
Are you willing to work with us? Maybe not putting some certain things in?
As long as you can work with me.
She's not budging. She has her mindset on how she wants the tattoo to look.
Do you guys have some portfolios I could see?
This is gonna suck.
Oh, that's cool.
We kind of just,
Let's give her what she wants.
Yeah.
Our canvas wants everything you could possibly imagine in one tattoo. We just gotta try to show fundamentals.
We had a couple lines that weren't in all the way. Keep it consistent. Yeah. If we could just show crisp, clean dimension and shapes, then hopefully we won't be in the bottom.
Today, you had to prove your fundamentals. Black anchor.
It's very simple. You didn't really create this topographical map to show me the depths of this heart. With all these lines in here, it still looks flat.
The whole tattoo looks very tense. There's not a lot of breaks, not a lot of variance.
We played the best hand that we could with the cards that we were dealt.
It's line work versus line work, so whoever doesn't have the cleanest line work is going home.
Today, you must prove your mastery of technical application by tattooing the sternum. This painful and sensitive area of the body makes it an extremely difficult place to tattoo. Your application must be perfect.
The skin on the sternum is super thin, and it's really easy to create blowouts or cause trauma. And for the canvas, it sucks pain-wise.
Do you want to kind of tell me, everything you're thinking?
Something more on the realistic side, but I'm very stuck on the
dragon?
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm not gonna do a realistic dragon.
That's a rad idea.
The only problem is that this isn't the place you come to get full chest pieces.
Okay.
Think of something that you can build off.
Or maybe like a 3/4 dragon coming up, but I'd really like it to spread out as far as you can.
Give me a break, just one break.
What do you got left to line these horns?
At least get it blocked in because it's gonna be solid black tips. I could not talk my canvas out of doing a realistic dragon, so I talked him into doing a realistic dragon skull.
Make sure, because you got this little hook, you don't have it on that side.
This tattoo is really not my style. I'm making this up as I go along.
Some of these aren't quite all the way to the edge.
Yeah, just run around like your edges and just...
Yeah, you see how right there in the corners?
There's a lot of pressure on me, especially being the only girl left in this competition. I want to prove that I'm strong enough to get through this. Go check it out.
Wow, fantastic.
Dude, thank you so much.
Today, you had to perfectly apply a sternum tattoo. Deanna.
This is a tough, dark, evil tattoo. The dark shading is very cool, and you do get a lot of nice textures in there, but there needs to be a little bit more highlight areas in some parts of the skull because it just gets so dark that you lose what shapes are going on there.
Look at the skull and how gnarled and how textured and how great you do there, and then you get to the horns, and it's just two flat silhouettes. Make them interesting. If you're gonna be able to have this much freedom and be this loose, you gotta follow all the way through.
Today, you must tattoo naturescapes.
What?
Oh my God.
Whether it's a rugged mountain range, an arid desert, or an underwater scene, you must rely on dimension to bring these naturescapes to life.
Told you it wasn't gonna be easy.
Naturescapes are difficult because they have a lot of different elements in them. Different textures with different leaves, natural elements. There's a lot that goes into them.
Do what you have to do so that you beat everybody else out in the room. Don't go to survive, go for a win.
Yeah, we got this.
Oh, yeah.
You're trying to put the fall leaf in the front?
Yeah.
I think that might be a bad move. Is it gonna come across as a negative leaf, or is it gonna... What are you doing on the other side?
I don't know yet. Need something in front of it. Oh, my God. Why did I pick this thing?
Jimmy picked this wolf, mountain, clouds, forest, scenery, and now he has no clue how to put it all together.
Trying to figure out how to do the pine trees.
If I'm doing them in color, I don't outline them like that.
I'm trying to have you help me find a simpler way to do the trees, though.
I do the whole thing with shading.
Well, I feel like it's not gonna work right if I don't outline it.
I keep pointing out what he needs to do and how to do it, and he just fights with me the whole entire time.
I don't know, the more I'm thinking about everything, it's making me question the whole thing, and I'm running out of time, so.
Well, you have to do what you're capable of doing. If you can do those clouds and make them look like that, then do them. If you can't make them look like that, then don't do them.
Come on, man, get it together.
Not making me feel confident in anything right now, Clean.
I might not finish this tattoo if I don't get this thing rolling.
This is what we got. Is that cool?
Yeah, it's big.
I'm just gonna go with my gut and get tattooing because I need to make up for lost time.
All right. Just gonna start lining this thing. Woo! We made it, dude.
That's badass, dude.
Today, you had to show dimension tattooing a naturescape. Jimmy.
The connection between this wolf being in the woods and showing this dimension is a tough illustration to pull off.
I definitely rushed it, and I think it shows.
You totally lose the shape of the simple animal at the bottom, and that is dimension, showing the length, the distance from the nose, the muzzle, to the eyes, to the forehead. You lost that and squashed this thing down to a cat. This tattoo just really got away from you.
One of you will be packing your machines.
I'm not gonna bullshit you guys. I deserve to be in the bottom for this tattoo. But I got more done in 4 hours than either of them did in 6.
The decisions that you made in 4 hours are what you're here for.
The dimension just doesn't play. Everything's really flat. It shows a lot of inconsistency. And then I don't think this looks like a wolf. I think it could be a badger, it could be a raccoon, it could be just a little monster.
Today, you have 6 hours to tattoo anything you want.
What? Okay. Anything we want?
That's it. No style restrictions, no insane subject matter, no crazy placement, no excuses.
I'm ready to knock somebody out.
It's not going to be very many times you guys get to actually be 100% yourself in this competition. So make sure you let us know exactly who the you are as artists.
Start designing
right now,
and good luck.
All right.
3 artists are going home today. We ain't selling tickets to the carousel here. This is a roller coaster, dude, and you better strap in and be ready for the ride.
Oh my God, it's like a convention in here.
I just feel like a tattoo convention.
So you guys
Earn your shops, huh?
Clean it out. I am one of the best jewel artists in the world. Anything beautiful, pretty.
The last time I saw you was when we did that collab in London.
It's been ages.
Jenna and I have done a lot of collaborations because we tattoo very similarly and we have a similar vision.
I'm really glad you're doing your thing.
Some people say we look a little alike. I don't see it necessarily.
Fingers crossed. It's all going to be good. It's all going to be good. I desperately want a shop, and I will get a place in the shop.
I'll keep my fingers crossed. You just keep tattooing.
I haven't even seen a bad tattoo, bro.
There's a bunch of good tattoos, but at the end of the day, it's like, who's in the bottom? Jenna's a little muddy. It was just muted, unmuted. Too many muted tones.
Let's see how you did. Jenna.
The crystal itself seems flat.
It's almost going inward instead of out.
And I don't think we got that oomph because you couldn't take the whole day to do it, which is what we normally do.
I went too far. I actually thought I'd simplified this piece.
I love that you do have all those little lines. I do think you could have got away without using any of that and wasting the time on that for this. Keeping it simple would have been better. Just adjust.